What's up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Best of Both Worlds with Flau'jae. Thank y'all for having me. I missed y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I did miss y'all. It feel like a long time. But y'all, I'm so excited for today's episode. You already know we talking everything LSU hoops. Inside scoop of the SEC tournament, because I know y'all want that. Talk about some music. Talking about March Madness, you already know. Selection Sunday coming up. I'm excited. So let's get it, man. We got a true leader joining today. Team captain, New Orleans Saints legend, all-time sack leader, and 8-time Pro Bowler, Cam Jordan. So you've been with the Saints like your whole career. What is it about New Orleans that you love and your loyalty to the city?
Man, that's just it. When you all you know is one family, you never look to leave.
Yeah.
You know, when I think about New Orleans, I got drafted here in 2011. What were you, 7? Dang. You know what I'm saying? So 2011, I come in at 21, and it was a lockout year. So for me, I came in, got drafted, flew in from New York, first round. I was what I thought was going to be a big dog situation, keys to the city type vibes. But I landed, I got a playbook, and then they kicked me out the door because it was a lockout year. They were going the league was going through negotiations with the players. So, yeah, I try to tell people my first friends was like a bartender, my first friends were like a random person I met at a Best Buy. Like New Orleans really adopted me long before the Saints, like the Saints showed me love, but they couldn't show me anything after they drafted me. So I learned the whole city from people that was in the city. I had, my first friends were lawyers and judges that I randomly walked into, dentists. Like I was trying to figure out the city on the fly.
Right. But being in like Louisiana, New Orleans, like I always tell people like it's a different kind of vibe. Like it's really Southern hospitality. Like it's like a totally different vibe. Like you could connect with people in like a different way, and it's not like weird. Like you know what I'm saying? It's really a melting pot of like everybody. I just saw you went to Africa, and do you travel a lot during the off seasons?
Absolutely. There at one point. A couple years back, I took the whole fam to Spain, and we lived, vivir en la España 3 meses. Yeah. So we lived in Spain for like 3 months. My kids was like, Dad, why everybody speaking weird? I was like, nah, bro, you speak weird. You know what I'm saying? We in their homeland. We're trying to figure it out. I'm trying to open up your mind. I've always had a love for traveling. I come from a family that was like, one of those caravan type families. Pack up the van, sitting the kids in the back, and then go cross country to see something, Mount Rushmore, to Smithsonian, like whatever it was. So we used to take long drives.
That's crazy that you said that, because like I told myself this summer, like I got a bucket list, like I'm going to travel. Like I'm going to go to places that I really like, places that I haven't seen yet. Like we went to Greece, and I went to Cannes, France, and like kind of changed my whole outlook on traveling. Like first I didn't really like it, but how do you travel with the family but still like stay locked in?
You didn't like it? No, let's talk about this. You didn't like it at first? What you mean? You didn't like the flights, or?
I don't know. Like I'm a small town girl. I think I'm more like scared of everything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What you mean? I'll say small town. You Southern as hell. But you ain't, that's not a New Orleans accent. So you are not from Louisiana. That's not Baton Rouge.
I'm from Georgia.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, so I like Savannah.
Savannah's cool to visit. I was more so like scared, like, you know what I'm saying? But now I'd rather travel as like I would travel by myself if I could. Like I just really like to get out and go. But I got a question, like being an athlete, how do you keep like, you know what I'm saying, your body in shape and prepare for the next season while also like, enjoying your summer vacation? Like how is that?
Man, just like every sport, you take so much out of you to dedicate every season you have, right? I mean, you drain yourself during season. You in season right now. Like you going through it and you giving 100%.
Look at my eyes.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, so during season, you're trying to be the best student you can be. You're trying to be the best athlete you can be, best girlfriend, best friend, best, for you, I'm sure you wear many hats. You know what I'm saying? For me, just think about the community service work, the family that I got, the friends that I have, the business connections that I'm trying to create or procure or create, the marketing, everything in there. So during season, I'm giving everything, and I'm like, so when it comes, the season's over, January, February, whatever that may be, you finally let your chest like exhale. like you have to literally let go. I won't even really start training until this week. I take like a month and change off where I'm like, I'm trying to do the least, and I'm eating good. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm waking up at like 2-3 in the morning. Like, you know what? I do feel like ice cream, you know, like, I do feel like it's time to go. And like, so the family may not get a whole bunch of like time to pack travel. Like I literally was at Super Bowl week this year, working my ass off, my tail off. There we go. I'm working my tail off. And I was like, yo, my sister lives in Germany. You trying to go when's the kids got break? It's what again? Say what? It's what? All right. Yeah. I was like, let's go. And you know, so wifey packs for the kids. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do much. I don't know what it takes for the kids to be ready for that. I'm like, yo, you trying to go? I know I'm paying for it. And then we that's right. We dip. So it's a great little combo. Like she makes sure the fam is straight at all times, and I make sure that, you know, our lights turn on. I don't know, you know, like so we're able to go, and then you know, spent a week in Germany. The week before that, we were in South Africa on a vacation vibe, and then Super Bowl week. So it's been about a month. So it's about that time. Body feels good again, because it takes about a month and a half to 2 months for the body to feel good.
Yeah. I'm taking the Cam Jordan approach. How about that? Then when this summer over, I am gonna kick back on a beach somewhere, hopefully with my national championship trophy, and chill. Like
speaking to existence.
You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely, bro, I definitely love your mindset on that, because it is such a draining season. Like it's like you trying to give everything. You have family. I can only imagine with kids, a wife, like, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand. Speaking of family, your dad played in the league too. How was it growing up with that influence? Like, was it like your mindset, oh, I know I'm going to the league? Or like, what was your thought process?
Nah, I was like 4 when he retired. So, you know, like,
okay.
Yeah, like I think my parents did a great job of like covering me from an NFL type exposure, you know? Yeah. Like I can remember being in a locker room and like getting the canned Gatorades, and I was like, growing up, I was like, yo, we used to have canned Gatorades. What happened to those? Didn't know it was like, you know, a whole sports cultural phenomenon. But growing up, you know, we moved so I was born in Minnesota, St. Paul, Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And then we moved to Arizona right after Pops retired. So honestly, you know, without the social media age that we are in now, it was sort of easy move. Like, all right, Pops goes to work and he comes home. So, you know, he was an engineer. He did that. So it was a real smooth transition. Like people be like, oh, your dad played football. You'd be like, all right, cool, bro. Like, what's that got to do with me? And then as I got older, you realize that your family's not built like other families. Like Pops is still working out 5 to 6 times a week. Pops goes to work. He has engineering. He's got like a drive to him. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got this competitive edge to him that I'm not saying, you know, other parents don't. I'm just simply saying mine was every Saturday we'd be out at the park running routes, you know, out there pushing each other. He's out there conditioning. When you see your dad conditioning at a high level, big 6-pack vibes, you know, like ripped out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we started off playing basketball, and he's, you know, we're dribbling with the left hand. We're dribbling with the right hand. He's like a coach in everything that we do on a Saturday. Like as a kid, you hate it. You're like, oh, I know every Saturday I wake up, I got chores to do, and I got to go to the park and run. You know what I'm saying? Right. You be looking for excuses out, but all the other kids in the neighborhood are trying to follow you. They're trying to be at the crib. Yeah. Like, oh, your dad throws a ball. Your dad knows a stick nod. Your dad, you know, play. Oh, so everybody's trying to go to the park with us, cousins, friends. So it's like, oh, dang, like maybe my dad got something too. And
right.
So then you sort of just, you don't know it, but you're being trained, just like my little kids. Like we hit the levee, you know, you got the little hillside to the levee down here, and I'm getting a real workout in, but I got all my kids running with me already. Mm. My girls think it's punishment, and my boy is like, yeah, this is how I get to the league.
The girls think it's punishment is so real.
Oh, for sure. Girls, raising women is different, fam. Like, whoo, like the attitude. Why do
you say that? Why do you? Oh my God.
The attitude, the sass, and every child's different. But all I know is I got a boy who's 9, and then I got 3 girls. I got an 8, 6, and 4. And the 4-year-old,
wow.
Yeah, the 4-year-old is a complete different being. She just started liking me about 6 months ago, so we just got good. But you know, like my 8-year-old is like, if I try and push her, she'll go out of her way to like let it be known that it's me pushing her. Like, you know, like if I tell my son like, chin up, let's go get it. It's gonna be a hard day. I was like, I can tell him straight up, like, hey, I'm gonna see what your limits are today. And he responds like, he's like, oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna see if I can be faster and stronger than you. And like his whole idea, I think he sees me as his arch rival or nemesis. I haven't figured out which one, but in his mind, his job in life is to defeat me. And I'm like, all right, I got to set this standard high. But my girls are like, yeah, but my girls are the opposite. They're like, you know, like my first daughter, Glory, is awesome, but like she's athletic, but she doesn't want you to know she's athletic, and she also doesn't want to be pushed to her limits.
I feel like all girls go through that. Like,
why?
Don't want you to know that we athletic type stage, especially if they don't know what they like. If she into sports?
She loves soccer. I think she loves volleyball now, but that's just it. Like, it's okay to not like sports. I push. Hey, whatever you do, let's do it to the fullest. If you like drawing, I'm gonna get you 3,000 boards so you can become the next Picasso. Just tell me what you're interested in, and I'll support you fully. I hope it's not sports. Go be a doctor. Go be a lawyer. Go make that manya, and you ain't got to put your body on the line.
On the line, yeah. Speaking of body on the line, I want to talk about like your longevity, because like football is a very hardcore sport. I really didn't understand it until I like my boyfriend plays football, and like,
what you doing? Like why do you have a boyfriend? No, focus on sports. Focus on basketball.
Oh, because he's great. And let me tell you, and I wasn't even trying to get on that. Like I had a plan in the summer. I'm like, I'm about to just lock in. Like I ain't trying to date nobody. I'm finna just chill. I met him in New Orleans, and so
gotta get you.
Got me. But I just see how vigorous it is on the body. Like, what's been the key to your longevity and like your success?
Jesus. Hey, but real talk. I mean, it's got to be a combination of the way I work. Because I mean, when I start going now, like I won't look up until like I'll take a break off in June. This next time I take a break, you know. So I lead up to workouts. I go get it. Slim down, trim up, and then I take about another 3 weeks off in June, somewhere right after OTAs, to lock back in. But it's the way I work out. Like I work out like I'm going to play 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Like I like, so the sprints that I do, like I got real big into cardio, running, lifting. When I say lifting, that is hilarious because I do not lift.
Really?
No. But like body weight stuff. So like I'm big on push-ups, jumping jacks, pull-ups, like all natural body movements. Like I love, you know, plyos, the box jumps, you know, the weighted runs for sure. But if we're talking about traditional weightlifting, kick rocks. Ain't
really,
man, it's just
Aren't
about
you like
year.
Super big?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's just it. Naturally speaking, I come from a bigger boned family. You feel me?
Right.
So I'm always fighting not to get big. Right. Where other people have to fight to get big. You know what I'm saying? Like if like my body naturally want to be a D tackle, and I'm over here pushing D end. You know, that's like
right.
Like if you try to be a stretch 3, but you know your body want to be a 4 or 5, you got to run a little extra.
You got to work, yeah.
So that's what I'm on. So. But the way I condition is I could play a game and change. I could play a game and a half. I could play 2 games straight and be like, all right, like that's what the mood I'm in. And that helps with longevity. That helps with training. That helps with just your body being able to know that, yo, we could push ourselves to the limit and know we still got more. I have like in my training, like when I really go that final month of training in the month of June, July-ish, when I'm out in Arizona, like I have like death day Saturdays. I push myself to the limit probably every Saturday those last 5 weeks, and then take the week off before training camp. But those last 5 weeks before of my hardcore training, I go bike 10, 15, 20 miles out in Arizona with the sweats on. I go run right after. Then I hit D-line drills, and then I finish with a conditioning. And it's like I literally keep the phone on me specifically in case I have to call wifey, like, hey, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna make it back. Like, it's those days where you push yourself to the brink of exhaustion, where you start to phase in and out of consciousness. You're like, one focus, One focus. All right. I was like, what can I get? Because you go into camp, you go into a season, and you're like, bro, ain't nobody touching what I just done. I know for a fact.
Right.
You see, everybody does that shit for the gram. See, everybody does it for the gram, and I'm like, bro, you'll never know the struggles that I went through. Like I don't have the strength coaches, the whatever, the personal trainers. That's cute. That's not what got me here. Them dog days what got me here.
I have a question. Where is your mindset? Because I feel like this is good for a lot of kids to hear, because I feel like a lot of kids would like procrastinate or not even do it because they know like it's finna be super hard. So like, what's your mindset when you get there, like, and you feeling the burn and you know what I'm saying? Because I tell myself like, I like to get like lost in that pain, like, you know what I'm saying? Like my thighs burn and like, you know what I'm saying? Get like lost in it, like and try to like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is where you win. So
rich off pain.
So where's where's your mindset with that?
I'm on that level. I don't get happy until the pain set in. Like but I learned that in college though. I learned that, you know, I used to hate conditioning in high school. I used to try and hide with just the D linemen. My dad was a high school coach. He used to make me run with the DBs. So I'm running with small guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he used to force it. And by the time I got to college, I was like, look, it was weird because I went to Berkeley. So I went to Cal Berkeley. There was 5 defensive ends that came in as freshmen. And it was like, only one of y'all going to be a true freshman, right? And I learned it in college. I was like, this guy, Ernest Owusu, it's like squats bench presses like 450 as a freshman, like squats 550, power cleans like 3 something. And I'm like, oh, he's hella strong. And we had another guy, Scotty Smith, that was like 6'5", 6'6", super lanky, looked like a prototype defensive end. And I was like, oh man, he's quick, yada yada yada. I was like, all right, well, I got to find my niche. Like, what am I going to do? And I looked at this guy that was a highly touted defensive end at the time. And I was like, what does he do? He lifts, he runs, he does this, all this stuff. So you figure out who you can emulate, what you can take from people and create your own plate. Life is a buffet.
It's true.
Life is a full buffet. Take what you want from it.
Okay. I got a question. You talk about teammates. I want to talk about like the locker room changing, because I feel like college is kind of turning into that, like the pros, because of the transfer portal. How do you deal with like, you know, seeing your friends go, new people in and out, different personality? Like, how is that? Like,
bro,
you know
I low-key hate NIL for y'all. And in the way, and I say that I love that y'all get to take advantage of y'all name, image, and likeness as it should be. I hope everybody makes a gajillion. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring out the big M's when you talk to them. But at the same time, there's no continuity. There's no, like, it doesn't stress that struggle. Like, sometimes you got to struggle to appreciate the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes not everybody can walk in and be a true freshman and get success off rip. Sometimes you got to go through the pain of grinding that shit out. Sometimes you got to go through if I don't like it here, I can just leave. Bro, there's got to be repercussions. In the adult world, there's repercussions. Yeah, you can leave on a lateral status, but it may not be a good thing for you. I love it and I hate it. So like I go through this, like, I'm like, yo, like the transfer portal is like open 2 times a year. Like, kids are threatening to leave off rip just to get another 10, 15, 20 grand or more playing time instead of earning this. Like,
that's
lock in.
The part where that's what I see all the time. Like, I've seen people leave and then go to worse situations. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I definitely understand that from that part. Like, I just be like, dang, like every year it's a new team. Then you got to relearn people. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's like, I don't know. I understand what you're saying on that part. Yeah, like it kind of take away some of the struggle, because it's like, if I don't like it, I could just leave. But like, it really do build character in college, for real. Like, for real.
If I don't like it, you know what? I'm out of here. And just get a little backpack and jet. Like, nah, bro, like, I get it. Man, like I said, but that's just it. I come from a real loyalty side. Like, in college, I was there for 4 seasons, 3.5 years, and I dipped off to the league. And the league, I've been here for 14 years. So I tell all my people, I'm like, man, you know, people come and go. I'll watch you leave. I hope you're the best. I wish you nothing but the highest success. But like, sometimes it's not. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Like, you be like, oh, I'm going because I need more money, or I'm going because, you know, like, I'm not getting enough reps, or like, nah, they ain't show me the respect that I deserve. And dip, and then you get fully disrespected because you with a group that's not your people, for real.
Right.
You know, so
No,
it's weird.
1000%.
I'll say my locker room is cool though. Like we don't have to worry about it. Once I sort of used to have a rule, like I don't talk to rookies until they make the team. I'm like, cause I love my teammates too deeply. Like I'm like, bro, like if I mess with you, like text me whenever, call me whenever, like my line's always open, hit me on any questions, whatever it is. And then, you know, you get to liking somebody during training camp and them boys could be gone the next week.
Cut, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, look, once you make the 53-man roster, you're my dog, and we can rock with you there.
Right.
And I mean, the locker room vibes is always immaculate. I just relinquished my my auxiliary cord like 2 years ago. There was a strong 10-year hold of me being DJ. I gave it up.
Talking about relinquish.
You know what I'm saying? Relinquished. I said, take it. I was like, yo, you're right. I'm not going to play NBA Youngboy 24/7 because I think there's, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like we can always spread some more, whatever. But, you know, the YNs be loving young boys.
Yeah, you in New Orleans too.
Man, I know, but there's still Rob 49. You always hit me with some Lil Wayne tracks. We can stay in New Orleans. In fact, we can go Baton Rouge.
We can mix it up.
Right, hit me with some Boosie and some, you know what I'm saying, some Kevin Gates if we want to just keep Louisiana. Like, it's a whole bunch of Louisiana moves out there. So, like,
yeah.
You know, but when it comes to the locker room vibes has been elite. We haven't had a bad locker room in a few years. Like guys come in and sort of fall in place because you've got your mainstays. You've got Tyron Matthews, who's an LSU grad, Honey Badger. You know, over at the DB side, so that keeps it cool, calm, collected. Like the composure's there. Linebacker side, you got Demario Davis, who's from the SIP. You know, say Southern as they get from the SIP.
Right.
You know, holding it down. He's going to chill on the porch and watch things happen. So everybody's cool, calm, collected his way. My vibes is always high. You know, my D-line is always either super playful or super serious. And this year we were like, because we were losing, we got real serious. But we started off playful when we were winning.
I got a question just about like community service, because I'm really big on community service, and I know you're very big on giving back to like the New Orleans youth, hosting camps, but really just showing love to the city. Like, so where have you got that from, and like what has been your most meaningful moment?
Man, most meaningful moment. That's going to age the hell out of me. You know, Lil Duke Riley is an LSU cat. I can't call him Lil no more, but that's just it. Little, right? Like that's wild for me to say that out loud. Duke Riley, LSU kid. I met him when he was like 14, 15. You know, like now that he's a grown man in the league, you just put it in perspective. But it's stories like that. It's like, and that's just a notable story. But when you meet these kids, you go to these schools, high schools, middle schools, you know, elementaries, you're talking to somebody who looks up to the Saints, especially in New Orleans, who love the Saints. And this is before they knew who Cam Jordan was. It was just talking to them, making connections, talking about, leadership, anti-bullying, staying away from drugs, sticking to school, academics, traveling even, broadening your horizons. And the most meaningful moment is, not seeing the effects year 1, 2, 3, 4, but it was probably like year 8 or 9 where I was talking to a kid who I thought was a kid, like 18, 19 years old. And, had told me, was like, hey man, you came to, whatever it was, St. Rita's or, whatever school I had went to out there. And was like, hey, like I really thought about, I never really thought about going to college until you had came and you had talked about Cal, because everybody wants to go to LSU. And I ended up going to whatever it was like Sac State or something like that. Like it was a college outside of LSU or outside of Louisiana. It was like, man, he's like, I never would have thought about leaving Louisiana had you not came in and talked about, your experience at Cal and you being from Arizona and yada, yada, yada. And I was just sitting there. I was like, dang, all right, so I do have something like a splash effect. Like that was just like,
right.
You really feel it like, dang, he heard me for real. All right.
Yeah. That'd be dope, especially when you talk to like a group of kids, because you'd be like, is they really finna listen to this for real? But when they definitely come back and tell you, that really be a big one.
Man.
All right. I appreciate you.
No
y'all
doubt.
make sure y'all go check out his podcast.
Off the Edge.
Off the Edge. Y'all go show some love. Shout out Cam Jordan for pulling up. Really appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you having me on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we have to tap in. You have to pop up. You can be my first collegiate athlete on my podcast. Come on.
Let's do it.
Appreciate you.
All right, y'all, it's time for 4 on the floor. Y'all already know we got to talk LSU hoops from my point of view. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. Y'all already know I'm out, injured. I've been ineligible for the SEC tournament since the Alabama game. It's been like weird not being able to play, but it's been very eye-opening. I feel like I see stuff from a different perspective, and I feel like it's gonna help me coming back. It was hard at first. At first, I was like, all right, yeah, I can't do this. Like, not doing it. But it was just like, you can't feel sorry for yourself. Like, you just got to pick yourself up and, you know what I'm saying, keep moving. So that was the most important thing for me to do. So yeah, I was pretty much like, my mindset was like, how can I do something to help my team win without being on the floor? So, you know, I turned into Coach 4 on the sidelines, giving, you know what I'm saying, telling them what to do, telling them who to play, telling them what plays to run. But I felt like I was a pretty good coach, and I've been taking my recovery serious. I've been taking my treatment serious. I've been taking my conditioning serious. I've been conditioning. I'm just excited to get back on the court. Like, as soon as they tell me I can go, like, I'm gonna lay my shoes up and I'm gonna go. Like, I'm so excited. And yeah, it's just like once you get something taken from you, you really appreciate it much more. So I'm really excited. So we just wrapped up the SEC tournament. We beat Florida 101-87. And then we took on Texas, which we lost 49-57. But a lot went on in that game. Nice went down early in the second half. I think third quarter, something like that. And my team really low-key held it down. Like, and I feel like I learned so much about our team and who, like, really needs to get a chance to play and who and how we gonna be rotating. And I just had a whole lot of perspective about what's gonna be going on in the game and the adjustments that I'm gonna make. Cause on that floor, I know what we need to win, and I'm gonna make sure that we have that. But I was excited. I was proud of my team playing Texas because I'm like, bro, like, y'all held them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no niece, like, you know what I'm saying? Had a freshman on the floor cooking, so I felt really good. I felt really good about that. You didn't have me, which is like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of scoring. You didn't have Nice, which is a lot of scoring. Michaela was in foul trouble, and our bench was really, like, playing with him. So I was really so happy that the bench player stepped up. You can't win a championship without a bench play. And so I hope they understand how important they are to us and what all we do, because even though me, Nice, and Michaela are great players, you can't do it without the other 2 starting 5 and then your bench. Like, on our national championship team, our bench came in the game and lit Iowa up. So I was just telling them that, yeah, we need y'all. Y'all important. And I hope they realize that. And we kind of just had a moment. I was so happy. The trio, Anissa, Michaela, Big Forsky, all of us were named first team SEC. Was the only team in the SEC with multiple first team all SEC player selections. So I was very excited about that. Apparently we've combined for 54.6 points per game this season. That is a lot of points. And do I feel like my teammates are getting the respect it deserves nationally? We ain't getting the respect we deserve conferencely. I don't think that's a word, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. The SEC Player of the Year was obviously insanity. And I wasn't on any defensive teams. I feel like I play pretty good defense, but I guess I got to get better. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Like, I really, like, bro, it's crazy. My freshman year, all I wanted to do was be on first team SEC. Now I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an honor. Like, don't get me wrong, but, like, I'm not wrapped up in that. Like, I'm so wrapped up in trying to win. Like, that don't even matter to me, for real. So, but I mean, I ain't really worried about the respect nationally because, you know, it is what it is. But I do see we are, like, top 5 finalists for, like, me and Niece and Michaela are top 5 finalists for some awards. I'm top 5 finalists for the Meyers Drysdale Award, given to the best guard in the country every year. So that's an honor to be on. But I don't know, bro. It's it's been a dope situation, bro. I've been watching a lot of other basketball. Like I don't be watching the LA. I don't just be watching SEC. I watch everybody, bro. Because in the end, that's who we gonna play. You know what I'm saying? In the March Madness, and that's what I be focused on. And so TCU are the Big 12 champs. That was super dope. I'm happy for Haley. She over there doing her big one. TCU, that I like TCU. I like TCU. Like, as a matchup for sure. Like, I like TCU. UCLA beat USC in their first Big Ten championship. That was crazy. You know, Juju spanked them twice, but then UCLA came and hit when it counts. So, man, like, yeah, that's a good win for them. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard. They say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. So, UCLA came and got that get back and got some hardware. So, hey, man. All right, and then Duke came back from a 14-point deficit to beat NC State for the ACC title, which is crazy. I was watching, like, I don't know when the game was played, but I started watching this game, like, right at the point where Isaiah James, I think, got injured. I started watching the game and I was like, dang, this gonna change things for them because she's like so dynamic for them. I'm not sure if she came back in the game because I stopped watching it after she got injured. I hate seeing injuries, so I turned the game off. But I was like, dang, like I seen her go out in the wheelchair. I was like, dang, cuz like you hate to see that. Just as a player, you hate to see somebody best player go down. I knew that was gonna change things for them. I wonder if that changed things for them in the tournament. Cause like, you know, the fact that I'm out, well, the fact that I'm coming back for the tournament, I hope they don't, you know what I'm saying? But I know how it go. All right, next we got March Madness. Let's talk about the difference in mentality from my first tournament versus now. My first tournament, I ain't know what to expect. I was like, hey, da, 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 da. Like, I was just riding behind my seniors. Really, I was just doing what my teammate LaDeja did because that was my roommate. And, like, she was my favorite player ever. So, you know what I'm saying? Just my favorite teammate to play with. Like, she's so cool, calm, and collected. I feel like I'm now trying to take more of her approach, but more so still be like a leader, a vocal leader. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my mindset just different. Like, I know what to expect and I know what it takes to win. Like, you got to focus on one game at a time and you can't look. You know what I'm saying? No, like, we got to have the best game plan. We got to prepare the best. We got to rest the best. We got to, you know what I'm saying? We just all got to be on the same page. And if we all on the same page, then we lit. How am I feeling about my individual performance in tournament games? Of course, you know I have legendary tournament games, but it's different now because I'm coming off an injury. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, for me, it's like now, like, I hate being injured because, like, you got to get your foot in back. You got to, like, you know what I'm saying, get a feel for the game. But I don't know. I've been watching the game a lot, so I think I kind of understand what we need as a team. So I'm hoping that I could bring that. What is it like for you as a junior heading into the tournament? Man, it's hard because it's like, damn, like, this is one of my last ones. Like, I'm not about to have another, like, this is my last one for real. Like, I'm not gonna have like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get too many of these. And so it's just like, it's crazy for me. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to feel. Like, I feel like, wow, like, I gotta put everything on the line. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to feel. But I do know that I'm going to give everything that I got on my team. And I'm going to be talking to the coaches, talking their head off, coming up with schemes. Like, I'm ready for anything that come our way. Like, I'm so excited for Selection Sunday. Like, it's like making my stomach hurt. Like, I'm excited. Like, I'm so excited to play. So for Selection Sunday, everybody come to the PMAC. Our fans come to the PMAC. And we just watch the selection on TV. And we state our cases and we gone on about our day. And, you know, we get ready. I didn't even know, like, my freshman year, I didn't even know what Selection Sunday was. Like, I'm like, okay, why everybody so turned up about this? Like, it is what it is. Like, we just gonna get placed. But it's a really big deal. So I'm excited. I'm ready. This year is better than any other year I've been in college just because all the teams, like, I feel like everybody is like a different team. Like, it's a different dynamic. It's a lot of stars. Like, it's going to be a great tournament. I'm so excited as a fan of basketball and as a player. So I'm going to be right there. I'm turned up, ready for the madness. I'm ready for the madness, no cap. The only thing I don't like about the tournament is, like, media. Like, they could hold us at the end of the game for, like, 15 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that. and like ask us questions right after the game, win or lose. Like, that is annoying. Like, after the Texas game, like, they was interviewing us, and I'm just like, bruh, please get out of my face. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing. That's the only thing. But I'm excited, bro. The tournament is always fun. It's going to be the best. Tournament is always the best time of the year. Like, it's the best part of my life. Like, you be so tired, but you can't be tired because it's just so much on the line. I'm ready to play. My focus, affecting the game beyond scoring, I wanted to rebound more, and I didn't hit my goal, but I will next year. Like, just like as a player, like, that's what I want to get better at. I led a team in scoring, 18.9 points per game, up 4 points from last year. This season, I started with 5 20-plus point game in LSU first 6 matchup, and I have 15 total. Tie your career high with 4 blocks versus Mississippi State. How much pride do you take in your defense? I've seen it, and I've been watching a whole lot of film. One thing about being injured, like, you get to watch a whole lot of film. So I just been watching a lot of film about how my season went. I'm proud of it. I do feel like I can do better. Next year I will. But I'm still proud of everything that I did. I take strides this season. But, you know, as a perfectionist like me, I'm just like, bro, like, this ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. But I'm proud of myself, proud of my team, and I'm proud about this run we about to make. What's been on my mind? Oh, I'm taking a social media fast. I'm not on social media. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter, especially Twitter. I am, but I'm not. Like, I still got to post my stuff, but, like, I'm not just mindlessly scrolling. Like, I'm really trying to limit it as much as I can. Like, I'm not trying to, if I do get on, I post and I'm off. Like, it's wraps. So I'm excited about that. I've been watching You People on Netflix, the movie. I think it's so funny with Jonah Hill and Laura London. Like, I think it's so funny. Eddie Murphy's in there. Eddie Murphy, Mike Epps, like, it's a good movie. It's super funny, so I've been watching that. Now it's time to go live from the flock. Let's see what y'all want to know. Sassy Webb said, do you see yourself coaching one day? Your leadership skills are fire. I can't be a head coach. I won't do it. But I could be like Ryan Howard. Like, she be at Florida, you know what I'm saying, being like a player's coach and like helping develop and stuff like that. I could do that. But I can't be a head coach. It's too much. Like, they got to go recruit and they got to go do this and they got to can't do it. Won't do it. Can't stop. Won't do it. Not at all. Won't. I can't do it. I just can't. Kiki Creation said, how tempted were you to play during the last game, bro? I wanted to get on the court so bad. Like, it was this one video I see myself, like, playing defense or something. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I was looking back like, bro, what are you doing? But I was so, bro, I wanted to play so bad. I'm like, bro, we could beat them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, bro, it was so great. But it was better for me to be off the court. I'm telling y'all, I learned so much. Hopefully it shows during this March Madness, but I learned so much. So excited. Let's get it. What was your dream job as a kid? Oh, my dream job as a kid? I wanted to be a videographer. I wanted to do, like, videos. So it's crazy how my life kind of still went in that direction. That is something I'm really happy about because I always wanted to do videos, create videos, movies. So, I mean, hopefully I could still get to do my dream job. But, you know, Big Four is here. All right. Thank y'all for sending me these questions. If y'all have any more questions, make sure y'all hit the Instagram at Both Worlds. Send y'all questions and I'll put them on the show. I like the answer what y'all want to know. So, yeah. Thank y'all so much, you know what I'm saying, for watching the show, man. Y'all know I got to lock in for the tournament, so a lot of these, I'm still going to have guests on the show, but we ain't going to be talking about, like, the current situations that's going on because I got to lock in for the tournament. I told my team, I'm like, y'all, I'm not filming no podcast during when I got to be ready, so you know what I'm saying? But I do love y'all, so I'm going to make sure y'all have episodes. Bankroll, that's how much I love y'all. I'm working extra for y'all. But nah, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all keep up with us, LSU. Y'all follow my Snapchat, because that's where I'll be posting for real, for real. That's another episode of Best of Both Worlds with Flau'jae, powered by Overtime. We drop it every Thursday on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and follow. It really, really helps us on the show. Find us on TikTok at Flau'jae Show and Instagram at Both Worlds. Thanks again to Cam for joining me today. I'll see y'all next time.